goes away. Thank you. So it's a little different. I've been playing just with my acoustic. I didn't want to have to haul around gear all weekend and get through. So I appreciate having a sound guy and the work that they do. I'm learning. I've only been playing guitar for about 5 years now to do the songwriting, so it's a lot of learning other than just learning to play guitar for sure. So I appreciate that. So the next song I'm going to play is an original, and I write a lot from life experience. And when I was younger, in my early 20s, I did go through divorce, and this song is about. I was the mom that burnt the toast and the grilled cheese, and like my kid was like, "Mommy, burnt it again." So I ate a lot of burnt grilled cheese and burnt toast, and that taste. Her dad had come to pick her up with his new wife, and I looked out the window and I looked down at the burnt toast, and I was like, it's kind of like burnt trust. And so this is a song that's a play on burnt toast, but it's burnt trust. Footsteps across Talent by the moon. Knowing heart lies silent in the other room. And a jacket is hidden in a basket. Thank you. To cover the tarnished scent of disrespect. Footsteps across tile warmed by rising sun. A sleeping babe in packed bags and arms about to run. And a toaster is set on high to set flaming by them time before a change of mind. Trust is an I do liar setting fire to signed and sealed papers. And burn trust is a ring and a key left hastily on a counter. And smoke awakens a sinner and the air grows thinner. It's clear there's nothing fair like the smell in morning air, like burnt trust. Burning lies of false alibis used to bring tears to lonely eyes, but now burn trust is empty wallets and closets for empty promises. And burn trust is an unbelieving with the scent to no regrets. And smoke awakens a sinner and the air grows thinner. It's clear there's nothing fair like the smell in morning air, like burnt trust. So the next one I'm going to do is a classic. This song found me when I needed it, and it's a carol. It's an Everly Brothers song. And sometimes, so this is the story of Relate, right? So there was no sunshine, and you got cheated on, and so we're gonna sing a song about being cheated on. I've been cheated, I've been mistreated. When will I be loved? 'Cause I've been pushed round and I've been pushed down. When will I be loved? 'Cause when I find a new man that I want for mine, he always breaks my heart in two. It happens every time. I've been made blue and I've been lied to. When will I be loved? 'Cause when I find a new man that I want for mine, he always breaks my heart in two. It happens every time. I've been made blue and I've been lied to. When will I be loved? 'Cause I've been cheated, I've been mistreated. When will I be loved? Thank you. Some people remember that one way back. It's a favorite of mine. So the next song I'm going to play, you know, sometimes that happens. You have a heartbreak, and this song I wrote is from. I'm just trying to remember. I wrote this song, as I mentioned, I'm a diabetic, and I had to go in and do some medical tests, and they make you eat radioactive eggs, and so it's a 4-hour test, and in my mind, I thought of Spider-Man and being bit by the radioactive spider. And so when I was sitting there, it was during COVID, so you aren't allowed to have like people in with you when you're doing that kind of stuff. And so the guy that was doing it at the same time kept getting a phone call from, I think it was his wife, and kind of things rattle around in my head sometimes that don't really go together. But I thought about how we don't always need the Spider-Mans and heroes in our lives. We just need the Peter Parkers, the everyday guys, to be there for us when we're going through stuff like that. So this is a song called Peter Parker. From your life in solitary, I can't be your Peter Parker. And if you're searching for a savior to rescue you from your life in misery, well, I can't be your Peter Parker. If you're wanting somebody who's always been fighting and done their share of repairing the tears, well, grab on tight, we'll spin her a web tonight. You catch me and I'll catch you, maybe we'll make it through. It's Peter Parker. you're Peter Parker. But if you're wanting someone who's wrestled with some of the same demons you've been beaten, well, grab on tight and spin our web tonight. You catch me and I'll catch you, maybe we'll make it through. It's Peter Parker times 2. And if you're killing time and it bruises inside, where villains hit hard, leaving you scarred, well, grab on tight, we'll spin our web tonight. You catch me and I'll catch you, there's a whole lot of falling to do. Maybe this time we'll make it through. It's Peter Parker times 2. 'Cause there's nothing that I'd rather do than be Peter Parker with you. Thank you. So the next one I'm going to do, is there anyone here who's a Shania Twain fan? Yeah, everybody knows Shania, right? I think as a songwriter in Canada, you kind of got to appreciate it. For me, I say my daughter would kill me if I tell stories on her about her bare butt as a baby, but she grew up in the Shania Twain CMT era where her videos would come on constantly, right? And I don't know how my kid knew, but every time a Shania Twain video came on, she would crawl over. She learned to walk to Shania Twain, literally, because she would crawl over to her sectional in her little diaper and learn to walk. And then the song would go off, and she'd be like, "Yeah, whatever." So that's our joke. And so we did actually get to go see Shania and see her perform together and to celebrate her learning to walk. And so this is again, we're kind of going along the relationship thing here, and maybe start thinking it's time to meet some new people. And I think Shania puts this quite eloquently. I don't know if it'd be the same in the day of online dating now. I've known a few guys who thought they were pretty smart, but you got being right down to an art. Think you're a genius, you drive me up the wall. You're a regular, original, know-it-all. Oh, you think you're special. Oh, you think you're something else. Okay, so you're a rocket scientist. That don't impress me much. So you got the brains, but have you got the touch? Now don't get me wrong, yeah, I think you're alright, but that won't keep me warm in the middle of the night. That don't impress me much. If you know this song, you can sing along. I've always heard singing along, so. I never knew a guy who carried a mirror in his pocket or comb up his sleeve, just in case. All that extra old gel in your hair ought to lock it, 'cause heaven forbid it should fall out of place. Oh, you think you're special. Oh, you think you're something else. Okay, so you're Brad Pitt. That don't impress me much. So you got the looks, but have you got the touch? Now don't get me wrong, yeah, I think you're alright, but keep me warm in the middle of the night. That of those guys who likes to hunt. You're one of those guys who likes to shine his machine. You make me take off my shoes before you let me get in. I can't believe you kiss your car goodnight. Now come on baby, tell me, you must be joking, right? Oh, you think you're special? Oh, you think you're something else. Okay, so you got a car. That don't impress me much. So you got the moves, but have you got the touch? Now don't get me wrong, yeah, I think you're alright, but that won't keep me warm in the middle of the night. That don't impress me much. Whatever. That don't impress me much. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who's kind of walking in here and joining us. So I'm telling the story of a relationship for those who've just joined us with songs. So we just hit the point where you're starting to meet people, and sometimes they impress you and sometimes they don't, right? So I think the next song is an original that I have, and I think sometimes you just meet people in an everyday situation. And this song was written in Defoe, Saskatchewan. Everyone know where Defoe, Saskatchewan is? Anybody know? Yeah. So I spent a lot of time back and forth between Saskatoon and Yorkton, taking the kid back and forth. And so those of you that were here for the burnt toast story, right? Because I would burn the toast, we'd stop in Defoe all the time to get a grilled cheese because Mom didn't get a good grilled cheese. So my kid was the ketchup kid. So she always needed ketchup on everything. And so this song is a play on the word. It's called the ketchup song, the red stuff. But it's about, I was overhearing a conversation with a kind of a trucker and a waitress, and they were having this little flirting thing going on. And I thought about how romantic comedies, a lot of them are in a diner and a coffee shop or something. It's just your everyday life. And so, but sometimes you think, is that person reading your mind? You just wish they would catch up and think what you're thinking. And so the play is, it's called the ketchup song for a reason. So here we go. She sees him walk into the diner, puts his usual coffee on the counter. He smiles, flirting with potential disaster. Sits pondering at the counter, another black coffee, fries and burger, full of fixins and never fits his empty laughter. And he calls her over and it starts all over. Maybe today he'll finally catch on. Why there's never ketchup on. 'Cause she thinks she's one step ahead, and that he's always one step behind. Will she ever read her mind and catch up? She wants to tell him now, call me, contact me somehow. Please come across the floor and stop heading to the door. 'Cause those wanting eyes keep leaving me and leave me wanting more. Calls her over and it starts all over. Maybe today he'll finally catch on. Why he tips for no ketchup on. 'Cause he thinks he's one step ahead, and that she's always one step behind. ever read his mind and catch up. And she goes to clear the counter, finds a noted napkin on a flower, and it read, well, I've been trying to find some way to see if you feel the same. Please come across the floor and stop me at the door. 'Cause those wanting eyes keep leaving me and leave me wanting more. And you think you're one step ahead and that I'm always leaving you behind. But I think I'm reading your mind this time. So she looks towards the door. His smiling eyes catch hers. That's it. That's the story. I get confused at who's reading whose mind in that one. I kind of always, pronouns get a little mixed up sometimes. And it's been a long weekend, so. Sorry, I'm just checking. All right, so the next one, some of you may know, it's a classic. It's by one of my favorite songwriters, Carole King. And so we're at the point in the story where even if you find somebody, if you've been hurt before and had your heart broke, you kind of have this question burned in the back of your brain is if you'll still love me tomorrow. Tonight you're mine completely. You give your love so sweetly. Tonight the light of love is in your eyes. And will you love me tomorrow? Is this a lasting treasure or just a moment's pleasure? I believe the magic in your sighs. And will you love me tomorrow? Tonight with words unspoken, you say that I'm the only one. But will my heart be broken when the night meets the morning sun? I'd like to know if your love is a love I can be sure of. So tell me now, and I won't ask again. Will you still love me tomorrow? Will you still love me tomorrow? Will you still love me tomorrow?